Brandon Hankey is the new pitcher for Olathe. He throws a strike to Kyle Lynch, and the curveball is swung on and popped foul on a check swing. And it is 0-2. Jesus Suarez now playing at short. It's been a huge inning for Brush. C.J. Kuka singled, Brad Bass walked, Eric Lynch laid down a butt up the third base side. Ball was thrown away down the right field line, then got away down the left field line. 3 scored on that play. Roy Grauberger walked the pitch, and the fastball's up and in. Arturo Malto singled, and Sam Guzman with a 2-run double. And all of a sudden, Brush goes from a 3-1 deficit with 9 outs left in their season to a 6-3 lead and still 9 outs to go in this game for Brush. The offering, curveball is lined foul. And that's one thing that has been pointed out going into this game. The one advantage the Bee Diggers had over Olathe is that the Bee Diggers play, and arguably, you have 2 tough conferences in 3A, the Metro and, of course, the Patriot League. And Brush lost to Eaton by a 4-1 score, to Roosevelt 9-8, to Erie 8-7. Swung on and fisted a foul and out of play. So Brush has been competitive, very competitive with the top teams in the Patriot League. Whereas Olathe, that western slope, doesn't have that same level of competition. They do have the better record at 13-6. 1-2. Fastball is upstairs and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The right-hander Brandon Hankey walking to the right-handed hitting third baseman Kyle Lynch, who grounded to short in the first and struck out in the fourth. The offering swung on and lined very foul down the left side. If the Bee Diggers, can hang on, in between games, we'll go for a short while to ESPN Radio, and then we'll bring you the district championship game, but there's a lot of work to do. At second base is Sam Guzman with nobody out in the 5th inning, and Brush leading 6-3. The Olathe team fought hard to grab that 3-1 lead. The offering, swing and a miss. Lynch strikes out for the second time. Right down the middle. 1 down for Daniel Rubalcaba, who singled in the second and popped to left in the fourth. He's 1 for 2. This could actually be a momentum gainer for Olathe if the Bee Diggers do not score another run. The offering. Fastball off the glove of the catcher, Knoll, to the screen. And 2-3 is Sam Guzman on that wild pitch. Let's see how Olathe is going to play this. Looks like the infield's going to stay back. So anything hit on the ground in the middle. Well, now they're coming in just a bit, quite a bit, playing halfway up the middle. The stretch. Rubalcaba waits, and that fastball's a strike on the outer half, thigh high. The count is level at 1-1. Cargill Meat Solutions offers an extensive line of premium quality beef and pork product programs to recognize retail and commercial food service markets around the world. Swing and a miss on a slow curve. It's 1-2. Cargill Meat Solutions, part of the KSIR B106 scholarship program. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 5 in. A man at third in the top of the 5th. Brush leads Olathe 6-3. The offering swung on and tapped up the third base side. Guzman's going to hold right there. The throw to first is going to be in time to retire. No, safe. Rubalcaba, I'll beat him there. Well, he's called safe. I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like the ball clearly beat him. Well, it's no air, and I can't believe the Olathe coaches aren't saying anything about that. We're fairly far away in the press box, and it'll be an infield hit. Bee Diggers get a huge break. Swing and miss, runner going to second, cut off by the shortstop Suarez, and it's a sliding steal for Daniel Rubalcaba, who, by the way, is now 2 for 3 in the game. So Whaler down in the count at 0-1. Now the infield's going to have to come in, but Suarez at short, and the second baseman Markley are halfway now come in, and that is over the plate for a strike on an off-speed pitch. It's 0-2. At third is Guzman. At second, Rubalcaba. And the offering. Swung on and line down the right field line. That will stay fair. Just inside the line. Guzman scores. Around third, Rubalcaba. And now he's stuck between third and home to throw the slide. And he is running. Rubalcaba on the hook slide. It's a 2-run single for Colby Waylert. And the Beat Diggers now have scored 7 in the 5th inning and lead by a score of 8-3. Rubalcaba might have slipped around third because he was given the go sign there. And Brush in the inning has batted around, and they have 6 hits in the frame. And on an 0-2 pitch, Waylert got the job done. Here's C.J. Kukas. Kukas led off this thing with a single throw back to first, and Waylert back in. The bottom of the lineup is what head coach Mark Muniz was concerned about, and they have delivered. Kukas 1 for 2 in the game. Stretch and offering. Swing and a miss. He pulled off that changeup. It's 0-1. Brush now leads by 5. This seemed improbable the way they were going. But all of a sudden they put together their hitting shoes. Curveball is grounded to second. Could be 2. The flip to second. And the ball is dropped by Suarez. Dropped and in safely is Waylert at second. And that is the 3rd error of the inning as Kukas reaches. A perfect flip by Markley. And that'll bring up Brad Bass, who walked and scored in this frame. Maltos is going to have a huge cushion to work with. The Colorado Springs Christian team is back here. They took a break after stunning match buff by a 5-3 score. The pitch squaring to bunt takes it for a strike. On the inner half, it's 0-1. Brad Bass is the 11th hitter of the inning. And now I guess he wants time to speak with first base coach Bobby Guzman. Yeah, there will be at least a 30-minute break, I believe, between games. And apparently it's warming up out there because the home plate umpire taking off his jacket. And it's been a long top of the 5th inning. Brush trailed going into the inning 3-1, but now they lead 8-3. No balls and 1 strike. Runners take their leads. The pitch, curveball is grounded slowly to third, and the throw will be made to first after a pump to second late. Bass beats it out. For some reason, Colby Corey pumped to third and then threw to first. We'll just call that a fielder's choice because if he throws to first right off the play, then Bass would have been out. So fielder's choice for Bass. He's now 0 for 2. The bases are loaded now for Derek Lynch. Boy, and Olathe has made critical mistakes in this inning. The wind and pitch, and the curveball is in there for a strike. It is 0-1. Lynch has walked and scored, popped to center, and earlier in this inning had the pivotal at bat, that bunt up the third baseline with runners at first and second. The ball was thrown away twice. And that fastball, a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-2. At third is Colby Waylert. C.J. Kukas at second. Brad Bass at first. And the offering outside with a heater. The count is at 1-2. The Beat Diggers can break this game wide open with a base hit from Lynch or from Grauberger, who's had a very good game on deck. Lynch awaits the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. In the dirt, skips away, and heading for home and scoring is going to be Waylert to the ball. Hit Lynch. So it's a bases-loaded hit by pitch to Derek Lynch, even better for Brush. The bases are reloaded. It's an RBI for Lynch, and Brush now leads 9-3. They've played it 8 in the top of the 5th inning. Here's Roy Grauberger, who walked, tripled, and walked and scored earlier in this frame. So Kukas now at third. Swung on and lined into left field for a base hit. Kupas will score. Bass is around third. He's headed towards the plate, and the throw's going to be cut off. It's a 2-run single for Roy Grauberger. The Beat Diggers now lead by a score of 11-3. That's 10 runs in the inning. Grauberger's now 2 for 2. Arturo Maltos will now bat. Well, the Beat Diggers were worried about winning this game. Now they might make this an abbreviated game in terms of innings. Derek Lynch now at second. Pitch to Maltos, and the breaking ball is inside. Maltos in the game has walked, struck out swinging, and then delivered a bunt single earlier in this frame. The pitch, fastball is inside. It's 2-0. Maltos is the 14th hitter of this inning. At second is Lynch. At first is Grauberger. The offering, swung on and fouled straight back. Yeah, the Beat Diggers knew that they had enough pitching with Maltos, even though he didn't start this game. Hitting has been the concern all season for Brush. A team hitting .311, but that's not against some of the better competition. The offering, swung on and fouled back on a ball up in the zone. The count level at 2-2. The Beat Diggers in this inning have 7 hits, and they've capitalized on 3 errors. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on, 10 in, 11-3 Brush. The offering, swing and a miss on a breaking ball up in the zone. Maltos strikes out for the second time in the game. He's now 1 for 3. 2 down for Guzman. Guzman with a sac fly, a pop-up, and a 2-run double that made this a 6-3 game. Hankey stretches the pitch. Over but low. 1 ball and no strikes. When Olathe gets up there, they'll have the 4, 5, and 6 hitter, starting with this pitcher, Brandon Hankey. Guzman awaits the offering. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Noel. It is 2-0. Guzman is the 15th hitter of this frame. And this has gone on for a while. There was a 10-pitch at bat to Roy Grauberger. That's amongst the plate appearances in this inning. 2-0 in the dirt, blocked by Noel. It's 3-0. And with the pace of the game, the way it's going, we could be looking at maybe a 4 o'clock start if it gets that late. 3 balls and no strikes. Runners take their leads. And the pitch. That's a strike. Took something off of that one. 3-1. Guzman at 1 for 2 in the contest with the 2 RBIs. He has driven in 19 on the season. The stretch and the pitch. That's a strike with a fastball. Down the middle, belt level, it's 3-2. So Derek Lynch at second and Roy Grauberger at first will run with the pitch. Any base hit will score at least a run. 3-2 to Guzman. The offering. Swung on and fouled back. Well, that ball got in on his hands, and Guzman fought it off. Yeah, in the inning. Let's see if we can get a pitch count in this half inning. This unofficially is the 54th pitch of the top of the 5th. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Guzman. The stretch by Hankey. The offering, swung on and missed on a fastball. Guzman strikes out, and that's the way the top of the 5th ends. But the Beat Diggers scored 10 runs on 7 hits, 3 errors, and 2 men left. A 3-1 Olathe lead is now an 11-3 Brush lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.